The most compelling, dramatic side of the NBA, the bloodbath battles, playoff seedings between getting home court throughout the first 3 rounds or first to play as a road team. Only a couple games can separate a contender from a top 3 seed all the way down to fighting for a play-in spot. The Wild Wild West will only get more insane, from the Lakers, Suns, Warriors, Nuggets, and Mavs to make the finals. Before it was Golden State for 5 straight seasons. Will we see a 6th different team play in June? Find out now from my Western Conference predictions, playoff matchups, and award winners. Starting with the very bottom, 18-win Portland Trail Blazers. Yes, they have promising young pieces, but nowhere ready to compete with the talent in today's NBA. The focus on second-year Scoot Henderson after a disappointing rookie season. Rookie center Donovan Clinton might wait several months to start until the franchise figures out what to do with DeAndre Ayton. The best scenario for Portland, enhance their chances on the Cooper Flag sweepstakes. Robert Williams coming off knee surgery, way too injury prone, should be traded for picks. Jeremy Grant, good player, empty stats, not a needle mover, likely end up elsewhere. Fans in Rip City need to be patient. 14. The 24-win Utah Jazz. Danny Ainge senses a generational prospect too good to pass up. They're very young guys, Cody Williams and Hendricks, very far away from being good players. No proven guys besides Marketing, who's dying to play playoff basketball. Just signed a new deal, not going to be traded soon. All the players under age 23 replaceable. A team feeling like endless pursuit of mediocrity. Can the 27-year-old Finland star commit to another tank season? One of the least attentive teams to watch, Utah's absolutely on nobody's radar. 13. The Los Angeles Clippers. Kawhi and Sneeze absolutely cooked. Paul George bounce. 35-year-old James Harden, ISO style on full display. 4 years too late. This franchise absolutely cursed. The Claw getting his money's worth, sitting on the bench. Sitting out for God knows how long. At this point, nobody be shocked if the 33-year-old don't play a single game all season. Leonard's untimely injury derailed the team's hopes last season. The main reason for Harden landing in LA no longer valid. Franchise simply in shambles and might never recover from the Paul George OKC trade. Given the conference getting tougher, Tyler will simply be exhausted. Certainly need to take a mid-season vacation with all the Kawhi headaches. A couple Houston throwback James Harden performances here and there. Kawhi and Harden, two of the most unfortunate superstars the last decade. 12. Golden State Warriors. Soon to be 37-year-old Steph Curry got demolished in the play-in. Draymond only getting worse with age. Steve Kerr terrible at developing young guys. Retaining Kuminga, signed Moses to an extension, and Pojenski getting big minutes. New addition Buddy Hield and DeAnthony Melton haven't seen much playoff experience. Kyle Anderson more inconsistent, getting older. Andrew Wiggins doesn't have that hunger. Curry will continue balling lights out, but one man not gonna carry a team above 500, especially if Steph have to miss a month with ankle problems. This team absolutely doesn't stand a chance out west. No true second star. The west of the conference just too loaded. 11. San Antonio Spurs. Victor Wembanyama will certainly make the case for not being only most improved but defensive player of the year, most likely first-time all-star. Now having a point guard in CP3, Wemby will at least get 4 lobs every game, put in the position to succeed, be more efficient. Rookie Stephen Castle out of UConn could become Rookie of the Year for all we know. At least Harrison Barnes been in the league a while, a proven okay player. Roster far from perfect. The Solhans, Vassels, and Johnsons of the world all replaceable. Too many better teams out west for these Spurs to contend next season. 10th seed Houston Rockets. If they were out east, most likely a 7th seed. Ime Udoka developed a real identity overnight. With big body Steven Adams, vets Dillon Brooks and Fred VanVleet, the defensive Ahmed Thompson and Tyra Eason will make this team top 5 defensively. Şengün will without question the franchise star, the second most likely first-time all-star. The collection of young talent will continue to develop. Rookie Reed Shepherd, the lethal outside shooting and quick instincts, has all the tools to become the best player in his draft class. The minutes will be questionable given the already loaded backcourt. Plugging in the proper pieces will be Udoka's biggest challenge. 9th seed, the Los Angeles Lakers. Bron and AD miraculously healthy throughout all last season and still ended up in the play-in, but the 3 years before, both pretty banged up. Davis being the defensive anchor Without having another lethal big, if he goes down for 15-20 games, the entire team suffers big time. Pretty much the same roster, but replacing him with rookie head coach JJ Redick and lethal shooter Don Kinect, but the same guys of D'Angelo Russell and Rui Hachimura, too unstable. Austin Reeves a good starter, but let's not pretend he's an all-star. Jared unreliable, Vanderbilt never healthy, Cam Reddish and Jackson Hayes back, how many chances they getting? Too many guys will continue being in trade rumors. After the LeBron on-court moment together, team better think fast before they slip down the bottom of the standings. Middle of the pack it is. 8th, the 42-win New Orleans Pelicans. Good players but weird fits, especially having 6'7", 215 pounds, Herb Jones play center. How can anybody take this franchise seriously? From Zion having trouble staying on the court, Ingram too injury prone, unable to get traded, gave up their big for absolutely nothing. Nothing more than a play-in caliber team last 3 seasons. Will DeJounte play with CJ McCollum in the lineup? Can they both fit being undersized? Will B.I. be willing to spot up shoot, not be a ball stopper? Everything will depend on Mr. Williamson and how willing he is to truly become great. Played 70 games a season ago, similar playing time this year around. New Orleans should be an above 500 team. Nobody on the roster averaged more than 6 rebounds last season. They'll get destroyed on the glass. The talent is there, but the construction of the lineup way too flawed to be taken seriously. 7th seed Memphis Grizzlies, a bounce-back season for Ja after rising to the top faster than expected. Everybody banged up last season, now having 7'4" rookie Zach Edey, who dominated preseason. The franchise in full strength can simply beat anybody in an 82-game season. Desmond Bane played like an all-star 2 years ago. Marcus Smart and Triple J, both former Defensive Player of the Year winners. Jackson Jr. got more reps offensively last season with everybody out. As long as Ja remains composed, doesn't do anything reckless to hurt himself, getting to 50 wins more probable than possible. Role players Luke Kennard, G.G. Jackson, and Brandon Clark also productive. 6th seed, the Sacramento Kings, went all in signing 34-year-old DeMar DeRozan. The team all offense focused with Fox running the show, Sabonis and his lethal passing. Debo, an underrated passer, has great shooters in Monk, Herder, and Murray, with Don McDermott a backup, replacing the complacent Harrison Barnes, an easy task. The ability to make game-winning shots last couple regular seasons amongst both De'Aaron and Debo will become one of the scariest teams in crunch time. For an 82-game season, Sacramento will be alright, but without a great defensive big come playoff time, that's a different story. 5th seed, the Phoenix Suns. Tyus Jones solves many of their offensive flaws, going all in or nothing. A solid upgrade which solved one of their biggest issues, having Monte Morris as a backup, already much better than any floor general last season, retaining 46% from 3. Grayson Allen, one of the best offensive fourth options in the league. Hard to imagine Bradley Beal be any worse than last season. Coach Bud, known for his offensive brilliance and strong regular season resume, possibly Kevin Durant's last chance with the franchise before he jumps ship again. But still having Nurkic, the starting center, absolutely won't cut it against the Timberwolves and Nuggets of the world. Mason Plumlee, just an okay backup. Team might just be better off with Beal coming off the bench. Defensively, they'll be bad. Still a piece and a half short of the Wolves, Thunder, and Mavs of the world. 4. The Denver Nuggets. It's an absolute travesty. The franchise not doing everything possible to surround the best player of this generation, the proper pieces to build a dynasty. If Jokic was in Boston instead of either Tatum or Brown, he might end up with 5 titles. Jamal Murray's Olympic struggles absolutely worrisome, losing KCP and Bruce Brown in back-to-back off seasons with 0 replacement. What in the world is Calvin Booth thinking? 36-year-old Russell Westbrook supposed to be the answer? Absolutely not. As long as number 15's playing, this team absolutely still has a chance to win it all. Given the struggles in the semis, will Michael Porter get traded for a couple pieces adding depth? Team just extended Aaron Gordon. The emergence of Christian Brown, Peyton Watson, and Julian Strawther will be key. A healthy Jamal Murray might make all the difference between winning another title or another second round exit. 3 seed Minnesota Timberwolves. Many believe they got worse without Cat, but added another sharpshooter, Dante DiVincenzo, a scrappy winner with similar winning qualities to Ant Edwards. Old man Riverwalk Mike Conley, still a reliable floor general who keeps everything under control. McDaniels and Gobert might make defensive second team. Nas Reed, best 6 man in the game. There's no doubt this team likely repeats as having the best defense in the league. Randle will have his audition first several weeks, whether team decides to keep him or trade him. Rookie Rob Dillingham learning from the perfect vet in Conley. The Wolves might just win it all. Second seed, Dallas Mavericks. Kyrie missed a third of the season. Team looked like a bottom playoff seed until everybody started clicking with Irving's all-around excellence, Luka being Luka, the addition of PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford. Second year Derek Lively will only get better. An improbable run to the finals, Klay Thompson an upgrade from Tim Hardaway Jr. No matter how cold he gets, hopefully it's not 0 of 10 in another elimination game. He'll get all the open looks in the world. Adding Najee Marshall, replacing Derrick Jones, another Jason Kidd type guy. Regular season wise, Luka might miss some games here and there. Kidd will draw in some weird lineups, but come playoff time, Kidd outsmarted Ty Lue, Mark Daigneault, and Chris Finch last season, having two of the most clutch tough shot makers. The Dallas Mavericks, heavy contenders to win it all. 1. Oklahoma City Thunder, preparing for many years of contention, a dumb foul call from forcing a Game 7 in the semis, now adding experienced Cam Alex Caruso and big body Isaiah Hartenstein. SGA proved himself a top 5 player, the most well-rounded roster in the conference. 10 guys can have a massive impact on any given night. A healthy Hartenstein and Chet front line will cause nightmares for opponents, having all the right pieces to match up with anybody. My NBA title predictions. I'm going with the Dallas Mavericks in 7 over the Boston Celtics. Regular season MVP, Luka Doncic. Defensive Player of the Year, Victor Wembanyama. Rookie of the Year, Zach Edey. Most Improved, Victor Wembanyama. Sixth Man of the Year, Malik Monk. Coach of the Year, Tom Thibodeau. Clutch Player of the Year, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.